Hey guys, so I hope you have had a wonderful day, and this is my second video on YouTube. I'm going to be talking about my stones. And so what I've been doing recently is I've been gathering all of my stones, and I've been charging them. I charge them overnight. I leave them out in the moonlight overnight so that they can get that energy. And I've been grabbing them all together and throwing them. So I've been doing crystal throwing, and the one that lands the furthest from the group is the one that I carry around with me, because I take it as it's the one that's furthest away from me, so I need to gather the energies and the properties that that crystal carries. And this last time that I grabbed them all and I threw them, I noticed that there were two of them actually that were pretty far apart from the group of the crystals, and then there were two pairs of crystals that were right next to each other, and I couldn't ignore it. And so I grabbed the pairs, I grabbed the two crystals that were furthest away from my reading, and the pairs were sodalite and moss agate. This is what they look like. And they were right next to each other, they were touching each other. And the other pair was black obsidian and aventurine. I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, guys, but I'm saying it how it's spelled. And these two were placed together. And I did my research first on sodalite, which is this blue crystal right here, this royal blue crystal, and the agate, the moss agate. And what I got from sodalite is that it's good for creativity, it's good for deep thinking, for healing, fidelity, and intuition. It enhances your self-esteem, your self-acceptance, and your self-trust. It calms panic attacks, and it can even lower blood pressure. A lot of stones are also, they have a lot of healing properties, not only with like your mentality or with your energy, but also it has healing properties that deal with the physical body, or healing properties that deal with certain chakras. And the sodalite, it resonates with the throat chakra, and those of you who know me know that I love singing. I'll probably be posting a couple of singing videos down along the line. But for now, another property that it carries, it balances your metabolism, it boosts your immune system, and it can overcome calcium deficiencies. Sorry, that's not my dog. That's my niece's dog. She's in here. It could even lower high blood pressure. When it comes to like businesses, it promotes friendship. It creates a good environment between you and the people around you. And it can help you get rid of guilt, irrational fears, and that's when it comes to love. And I've dealt with a lot of crap in my past relationships, and this past relationship was ended pretty bad, and I carried a lot of guilt, I carried a lot of self-hate, I carried so much, and it was so bad for me, and it probably still is really bad for me that I think about it from time to time. I've gotten a lot better at it through meditation and through, self-healing, basically. And so when I was reading about this stone, I was kind of shook. I was like, wow, like, it was like reading a horoscope that's creepy accurate, And so I read that you may feel like you can't move forward in love because of regret or remorse or something that you've done in the past. And this stone, it can cleanse your aura of all of that negativity, which I know that I really, really need. And it's it also helps with unnecessary emotional baggage, or it can help you bring an end to a misunderstanding, which has a lot to do with my past. I used to hate myself. Like, I used to hold everything that I did against myself. I didn't let myself get attached to anybody else anymore, and I was completely afraid of feelings. I can't really say that I'm still not, because I still kind of am, but like this, hopefully meditating with these stones and, you know, helping myself more through this process with my thinking, the way that I think, the way that I feel, and the environment that I put myself in, hopefully all of this just balances out so that I can help somebody else if they need it. And so this also serves to remind you that nothing can change unless you take the first step. So I've kind of been in a rut in my life right now. I feel kind of stuck because I'm in a situation where I feel pretty useless and pretty worthless, because according to society, I'm nobody. I don't do what society's telling me to do, basically, you know. But it's not that I'm not trying, it's just that I try and I don't succeed. But I know that that doesn't define me. It doesn't mean I'm worthless. It doesn't mean I'm useless. It's just that I have to have patience. And it's good for all unhealthy thoughts and emotions. And, you know, when you're meditating with this stone, it's good for that. And it's also good for your third eye, to open your third eye chakra and make you feel better about your thoughts. And it's honestly been helping a lot. I've been carrying these two stones around because after reading all of this, they definitely do go hand in hand. Okay, so the crazy thing is that when I was, you know, researching this stone, my sodalite, it says to attract good wealth and abundance, combine with serpentine, iolite, golden stone, turquoise, red jasper, peridot, hematite, carnelian, fluorite, aventurine, and agate, to enjoy fruitful days and continued luck and success. This is agate. This is moss agate. Still agate. These two were paired together, and I don't think it's a coincidence. I couldn't ignore the fact that there was a pattern in my stone throwing, because that had never happened before. It was always, maybe it's the way I was throwing them, I don't know. I don't believe in luck. I don't believe in chance. I believe everything happens for a reason. These have representations. They were made a certain way by the universe, made with certain properties, certain vibrations. And you just have to meditate, you have to cleanse them, you have to listen, you have to be spiritually grounded to interpret what the universe is trying to tell you, so that you can know when you're on the right path, so that you know when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So basically, you need to have confidence in yourself and find your voice, find your truth, bring awareness to your dreams and goals, which is something really big for me right now, because I feel like recently in life, it's becoming more impossible to ignore everything that I love, and the fact that I want to do what I love, and that's all I want to do. All I want to do. And if that's all I want to do, I'm gonna have to make a living off of it, because if I don't, then I'm gonna be a bum doing what I love to do. But honestly, if I ever get to do what I love to do, I'll be happy. Even if I'm barely making ends meet. I mean, you know, if you love doing what you love, you don't work a day in your life. And it breaks barriers in your communication and the way you communicate. And that's a big thing for me, especially because in my past relationship, and even in the relationships that stop Cookie even in the relationships that I have now, I'm not the best at communicating. I'm really not the best at communicating how I feel. I usually just like bottle it all up, and then it comes out in the worst time, in the worst way. And so I've been meditating with this, and it's been helping me get my thoughts together. And I'm still not the best at communicating, but you know, baby steps. And I'm letting go of that past and that regret. I think I've let most of it go. The only thing is that like when somebody brings it up or somebody talks about it, I get rattled. I get annoyed that I feel like it's like gonna creep back into my life, and I don't want that to happen because I'm trying to move forward like the best that I can. And you know, it's hard. I was having a conversation with my niece, and she was like, "You're weird. You don't let things get to you. You're not normal." I'm like, things get to me. Things definitely get to me. But ever since I started meditating more, and you know, actually, yeah, ever since I started meditating more, I have another voice. There's another voice, and I think that's my higher self speaking to me. Well, to my old me, because you know, I'm still in the process of getting more in tune with my higher self. So I'll like catch myself thinking the way that I used to think, and then it's like the same voice but in a different tone that comes in and is like, no, that's not what it is. That's not how it is. That's not what I'm teaching you. That's not what you've been learning. Don't think like that. You know, this is what it is. You need to stop being overly emotional about your reactions, which I have a problem with sometimes. So don't let fear tear you down. Don't be afraid of your own voice. You know, stand up, be your number one motivator for everything so that you can get what you want to accomplish. This stone is also about like if you're afraid to ask someone out, or you know, you feel small for whatever reason, you know, it'll help you. It'll give you that push and confidence and that self-esteem that you need to put yourself out there and to totally get rid of all of those thoughts that prevent you from doing so. And that's some of the research that I got from this stone. So for my moss agate is green. It's an interesting green, and it has like lining of gold in it. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it. Don't know if you can see that. It's really pretty. And so the first thing that I read about this stone is that it has to do with patience. Yikes. I've felt so worthless and useless, and for me to read about, you know, patience. You gotta let matters develop on their own time. I know people say that there's no time, and other people say you gotta make time, but that's not something you can control. But what you can control is how you react to it. So you can stress over the fact that you have no time, or you know, you can calm yourself and let time take its course, because you can't really do anything about it sometimes, and you've got to learn how to be okay with that, how to be at peace with that. And you're just gonna go crazy for no reason. It also helps get rid of the stresses of your lifestyle and the pressures of society. So that's like an eye-opener for me, telling me, you know, yeah, society wants you to do this, society wants you to do that, and be this and be that, and if you're not this and if you're not that, then you're nothing. That's bull. That's a bunch of bull, okay? Because the meaning of life is not the accessories of your life. It's not your house. It's not your car. It's not what you have. If it's not what you have, it's not what you don't have either. So then what is the meaning of your life? You have to give your life a little more attention and figure out not why, but how. Because if you ask why, you might never get the answer, because you're going to try to figure something out that isn't even yet in your experience. So instead of asking, why am I like this? Why am I doing things this way? Like, why is this happening to me? No. You're not going to get anywhere with that question. You're just not. You've got to ask yourself, how? How am I like this? How am I doing these things? Because figuring out how you're doing them, you can figure out how not to do them and how to do it differently. So it also relieves your body of the pressures of your job and your day-to-day life, like I was saying, maintains your connection with the earth, and it paves the way for improvement in your physical and your health and overall your well-being. So it's a really good stone. It increases your energy and relieves fatigue, actually. And this is gonna sound ridiculous and crazy, but I carried this stone. I carried the combination of these two stones today, and this might be a little TMI, but I am on my menstrual cycle, and my cramps have been not crazy. My emotions, my moods have been pretty mellow compared to how they usually are. I call this Hell Week, and it hasn't been that way. It really hasn't. I've also been pushing myself, telling myself that even if I am feeling this way or cramping this way, I know that I have to do what I still gotta do. I'm not gonna take a break from being a human because I'm a girl. No. So, that's been really helping. I don't even need Midol. It can also improve your brain activity, your focus, and your analytical energies. So basically your logical reasoning. And it'll set you free of the things that are preventing you from living a truly rich and inspired life, which I see how that goes hand in hand, because this is inspiring and helps you think logically, helps you think rationally, and this is like, the sodalite is to, you know, remove fear and go for your dreams. It's to help you get, you know, self-inspired, self-motivated, and your self-esteem picks up your self-esteem. So when these two are together, you know, I can really, it made a lot of sense to me. It made a lot of sense to me. And it helps with digestive problems, with your metabolism, with removing body toxins, and it also actually helps with, what's it called? Your addictions. It can help assist you in recovering with addiction. It can remove addictive behaviors. And I know some people might think that that's crazy, and a lot of people think that a lot of things are crazy at one point or another because they don't understand it. Anyway, this stone, it symbolizes abundance. So as you can see, one's telling me to follow my dreams, and one is telling me, you know, you need time, you need patience, you need relief of stress from your lifestyle, from society. You need to boost your optimism, your creativity, and your self-esteem. And all of these things I need to do because I have goals and I'm going to reach those goals eventually. It's also effective when it comes to physical workouts. And I believe that so much right now because I've been pushing myself to work out every day again. And usually when I start my cycle, I'm like, oh, I'm not working out. No, not gonna do it. But I did. And I was working out through my cramps, doing what I know I gotta still do because I can't take a break. You can't take a break from being you. You know, if you train your body in this way, you know, I gotta do what I gotta do no matter what kind of weather is going on within me, then you're gonna find that you're gonna be prone to be less and less sick. And I think that that's freaking awesome, because I used to get sick all the time. So it helps you release old and unhealthy habits. It'll inspire you to let go of your fears so you can allow yourself to dream bigger and aim higher. So like I said, I have already been getting the feeling that I want to do what I want to do, and I'm gonna do what I want to do. I've been having that desire, like, it's been so loud, it's been so clear, I know what I want to do, and the universe is telling me to go for it, basically. So I'm gonna really have to sit down and figure out how I'm gonna do that, the steps that I'm gonna take. So this stone also represents new beginnings, which is great, because after this relationship that I just got out of, I need a new beginning, because I don't know how to begin without another person. I've realized that, and now I'm realizing that maybe not having someone in my life in that manner, in a romantic manner, in a way that I feel holds me down, ties me down, makes me be someone I'm not. Cookie! I'm sorry, guys. That dog just is. And so this stone is a lot, and it shows importance to not having too strong emotional reactions. Also, as well, it gives you inner calmness, so that I won't be fazed by the little inconsequential things. You know, it helps you deal with extreme mood swings, which is why I feel like I've been so mellow for this cycle, because usually I'm crazy. Like, get mad over something that happened a long time ago that I put away a long time ago, and bring it all back up again and just go nuts about it. But nope, I've been doing really good this time. So basically, it's also associated with the heart chakra, and it has strengthening and grounding effects because it vibrates at a lower intensity and a slower frequency. And when I read that, it like clicked. I do feel those vibes from this stone. It heals emotional issues, manages overwhelming responsibilities. So it's just really good to have in your life every day. Honestly, I feel like this stone is it's a really good stone. So I really do recommend having a stone, an agate stone. And so I'm gonna wrap this up because I know I'm taking like forever. So this one, basically, you know, you need to change your life for the better, bring stability and peace into your life, especially if you deal with mood swings and are prone to emotional drama. You need to release your deep-seated fears that are keeping you from having the life that you need, that you deserve. You need to do what you want to do, make room for personal growth, and magnify the traits that make you wonderful. You know, positive. Think about the positive. And you know, you need to promote your patience in you. You need to wait for a breakthrough and sit and stay until things get better. Usually I run away. That's me. I don't stay until things get better. And that's one of my flaws. I know that completely. But I'm really working on that. I'm working on being more patient. I'm working on sitting still and, you know, not going crazy and then just messing everything up just to circle back into a situation that I got away from. So I know I need to remind myself that I'm a good person and that I'm blessed with good talents, and highlight all those gifts that I possess so that I could end all of that suffering, all of the things that I've gone through, and just really shine and be radiant and be love, so that I could accept the love that I know that I need. And so my reading had also pairing of obsidian and aventurine. And what's it called? With aventurine, I have always gotten bad luck from this stone. I would carry it around because it's supposed to be for good luck, and things would go the opposite, in the opposite direction, and I never knew why until I read about the stone for my reading, and I was shook. I was completely shook. Everything that resonates with this stone is everything that I was, but the opposite. So everything that it's supposed to help me with is everything that I did indeed need help with, but who I used to be was very strong. When I'm passionate about something, I'm passionate about it. And I was passionate about being depressed. I was passionate about not listening to anything, not listening to anyone. I was passionate about finding negatives in absolutely everything. I didn't want anything that had to do with this stone at all. In my relationship, I was exactly the opposite of what this stone represents, and I would continue on telling you what I learned about this stone, but this video is already pretty long, so I'm just gonna say that the stones really do work. They are speaking to me, and I'm going to continue on this journey, and I'm going to continue learning how to read them. I'm actually going to start reading them practice reading them on other people eventually as well, and see how that goes. And because I know that a lot of people need help, and I know that a lot of people need some sort of serenity and peace of mind, and I think that if they seek it, they can find it. They just need to know where to look. So that's it for today, and hopefully y'all can join me next time on my next video. Sorry for the late upload. I don't know what time it is, but it's not early. Also, just completely apart from everything I've been talking about today, Nicki Minaj, what are you doing? Why are you bringing down women in your industry? Why? You are a woman. No. As a human being, you should act like a human being and build other people up, not destroy. I am Team Cardi all the way. I don't deal with bullies. I don't like bullies. Never have, never will. I won't stand for them. So, bye guys.